Hey, and welcome to the podcast. This is the very first episode of Silent and Fly. I'm Silent,
I'm Fly.
and this is a podcast where we're going to talk about anything that interests us, or maybe tell some stories. Just anything, really nothing that is going to be off limits.
Anything that crosses our mind, really.
Yeah, pretty much just a conversation between two best friends, and we're going to see where this goes.
Well, a few guests along the way.
Few guests, yeah. At that point, it'll be Silent, Fly, and Amigos.
Yeah.
But it's
We'll see
mainly
how it
probably
goes.
just going to be us two.
Yeah.
Unless we get some more mics up in here.
We gotta get more mics.
Yeah. Because we got these two, but...
The budget's a little low right now.
Yeah. And we're just going to go straight into this fucking just raw dogging it.
Head first into the casket, man.
I mean, like I said, we're just going to be rambling on about random shit for the most of the time.
Mm.
I mean, what should we talk about first? This is first podcast, first take. I don't know what to talk about. We literally just came in this blind.
It's the way you do it. You can't talk about anything personal. You can't. I don't know.
No, the personal stories are what's the best stories.
That
Let's
is
be
true.
honest.
That is true.
Because the shit comes out funny, especially the stories that we both have.
People want to hear other perspectives.
Yeah, perspective on the other thing. That depends on what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Very true.
I mean, whether that's like relationship advice or something. We have both very different views on that.
Single, damn near fucking
7 years almost.
Engaged.
Literally from today, it'll be 5 more days.
Be 7 years with your girl.
7 years. 7 years.
I'm single.
I'm only 20.
Haven't had a relationship past a year.
That's...
Depressing.
I was going to say
But it's
sad,
okay.
but...
It's okay. It's all right. I'm still looking. I'm still open.
Are you?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm open to anything, really. If you want a couple, one nights, okay. If you want some dates, I'm good with that, too. I'm open to anything.
He's just a horny bastard.
I'm looking to settle down, actually.
At the ripe age of 21.
Yeah, because I can't really party much anymore.
We're not going to talk about that.
It's another topic for another day.
Another topic for another day. Maybe in a couple of years.
Probably won't come. Yeah, we're famous enough.
Maybe in a couple of years if we explain, just like somebody comes up to you like, yeah, what do you mean by this? Well,
Look me up.
no.
No.
No, don't. No.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Fly for a while.
Yeah. Silent and Fly.
Yeah.
I guess we're just going to have to call each other by our
Profiles.
profiles, yeah.
It's my work name, really. But
I mean, mine. I've had the Silent Ninja. That's been a name of mine since I was like 7 years old.
I don't know.
Maybe like
Probably.
8. No.
You had that was a gamer tag before you even had a channel, right?
No, actually,
What was our original gamer names? The original gamer tag.
the Saint Killer 02.
I remember
That's still my
I
Xbox.
remember that.
That's still my Xbox
Mine
profile.
was like
I never
diverse chain.
Diverse Chain.
That was like my first name.
Really?
Diverse chain or snappy cousin. Snapped cousin.
Yeah, Snapped Cousin 24.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to make videos when I was little.
People call me Snappy.
I never called you Snappy.
Well, when I had that nickname. When I had that name, Snapped.
I remember a video that we made together when I was living in Chicago.
Oh, the GTA videos.
Yeah, the GTA videos were just like, I think he's gonna be like a security guard. I'm trying to steal his plane. Just like no.
No.
Well, no.
Nah.
It was funny.
Not that.
I mean, that's on the Silent Ninja 123 channel, not the 2.0. Oh well, actually, yeah, not the 2.0 channel. It's just Silent Ninja 123.
Brand. We're not advertising, right? You're not getting paid to sponsor yourself.
How the fuck do you sponsor yourself?
That's a good question. Say you're like the CEO of Coke, right? And you're like, yeah, buy Coke. I'll take a gram.
You sponsor your product, but you can't really sponsor yourself, if that makes sense. Like,
What's Dubby? Your sponsor.
oh yeah, Dubby is a energy drink, and I honestly have never tasted it yet. So
Never had them.
never had it
If
yet.
they send us a free 12-pack, we'll review it on the channel here. And
Yeah, I definitely. It's a better energy drink. They don't use necessarily caffeine extract. They use caffeine fruit. If that, like the fruits of caffeine. I don't. It's been a
Okay.
while since I've looked at it.
How much caffeine is in it?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Dubby, send us a 12-pack. Get in contact with him. And send you his information, and we will review.
Shit, I'll probably buy it for the next podcast. Buy it by next week.
Buy it, review it.
Well, there's multiple different. Actually,
Hey,
you know
if
what?
they're sponsoring, they should just send it to you out of respect
We can
for
look-
the sponsor.
I mean, I can look it up right here. Oh, nope, that's not that. Not
So
that.
I don't think I've ever seen that at our local gas stations. And I work for a vendor company, so
Oh yeah, you have the hat on. That's not
Yeah.
what I looked up.
Dubby Energy.
W. Yeah, W Energy. W.gg.
Okay. Oh, they're mixes.
Yeah. Energy
They
blend.
don't have their own. They don't have their own energy drinks.
No, I don't think so, at least. Yeah, they have their own shakers and stuff.
W.
Oh, there's been new stuff added here. Yeah, Dub Sludge, which is
Yeah.
Granny Smith apple.
Send us some mixes.
You know. Yeah, these are pretty nice and everything.
I like that
I'm probably
shaker.
taking up.
I like the shakers.
Hold on. I'm speaking to one mic right now because I don't want it to reverb a little bit.
What's a good one?
There's
good one
Palm
here.
Blom right here. I wish you could see what I'm looking at, but
Go down.
Grandpa's denture water.
That's some crazy shit.
What is that?
Mystery flavor.
Mystery flavor, huh? I'm guessing it might be just like one of these.
Big
random-
energy tears.
That one I want. That's blue raspberry.
Raspberry.
I say raspberry. I don't care. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to get. Yeah,
How much caffeine?
coffee fruit extract.
So you know nothing about your sponsor.
No, I did at one point. It's been a while.
How much caffeine?
Let's see. Whole coffee, fruit extract, 100 milligrams. It has like a lot of stuff in here.
Energy, 150 milligrams. Says right there.
Replaces other inferior caffeine. Inferior.
Inferior caffeine.
Contains zero fillers, zero artificial colors and dyes.
W.
1 scoop.
Send us a 12-pack.
30 servings.
I will legit try it. I swear I will try it on the podcast.
I would too. I mean,
And-
this has no sugar. No sugar.
No sugar. That's the kinds I like.
And that's the kinds I can
Can we get a sponsor from Bucked Up, please?
kind of only have no sugar. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. I would like to get it. Yeah, not sponsored.
They should sponsor me. I have a shit ton of their Mountain Dew. Yes. Yeah, this is...
No sugar, preferably. This man's.
Shut up. I have diabetes.
He's diabetic. Pre-diabetic.
Yeah, if that, honestly. The doctor said, yeah, it looks
Did
like...
you even try the test?
Well, he said my sugar levels were, like, fluctuating, and it's like... What does that even... Like, he's like, yeah, it looks like you might have the diabetes. And I'm
Those
like...
are symptoms of diabetes.
Yeah, I guess so. I've never... Like, he was like, you're going to have to talk to, like, another, like, diabetic specialist to get you on insulin. And I'm like... Do I
No.
need insulin? Because it's been, like, almost, like, 8 months since that interaction, and
You've been fine.
I've been fine.
You've been perfect.
I mean, I've been watching my sugar, but I've been perfectly fine.
Zero sugar.
Zero sugar.
It's still carbonation though. Like cut back on carbs maybe too.
I mean, I don't have that much carbs. I eat like maybe like 2 sandwiches a day. If well,
I
when I'm at
really
work.
need to start packing more lunches for work.
Yeah,
On average, how much do you spend just going to work?
$6-8 per day.
I mean, it's like 20. If I'm going on like route, if I'm going on the trucks, I'd spend at least $20 on breakfast.
No, I
For
don't.
like a holiday, it's like a
I mean,
sandwich and some
yeah.
snacks.
Yeah, I usually go to holiday too.
But
But
local convenience stores.
I mean, the most like when I first started at my job, like my job has like its own like little convenience store inside like the break rooms. Like they have like drinks, food, snacks, and I used to on average weekly spend like fucking $60-$50. That's before I started packing lunches.
Yeah.
Because I used to get like chips and shit for
And right
my
now,
first
kind of
break.
both of our hours are cut.
My hours are fucking cut. Not gonna get into that right now. Actually, you know, I could probably get into that right now.
You don't want to call it the company though.
I'm not gonna say the company name. I'm just gonna explain what's going on.
Yeah.
And if they just like, oh, you called a... No, I didn't. I didn't say any names.
I didn't say name.
But I work for a metal manufacturing company as a spot welder. I weld little pieces of hardware onto parts. It's not that big a deal. It's pretty easy. But what's going on? It's just like, I feel like the reason why our hours are cut is because they spent like $500,000 on a fucking new building. A new part of the building. And they didn't need to, and they bought like a bunch of like automated stuff, and it's like, I don't know why they did it, but I feel like that's a big reason. They said, "Oh, you guys don't have much work coming
Didn't
in."
they spend like half a million on like some fucking little robot Roomba thing?
Oh yeah. So, little Roombas, that's what we call them. They're not actually that, but they're
Not
like
sponsored.
That's gonna be our thing. Just like anytime we name a product, we're just like not sponsored by it.
Not
By the way,
sponsored.
not sponsored.
No.
But what happened? Well, what it is, they're like little AMR machines where they go to a specific place, pick up like a table, and bring it somewhere else. And there's like 20 of them, if not more, and they're like $30,000 each.
That's crazy. How much did they get?
What do you mean?
How many do they have?
Like 26 of them, 27?
Damn.
Yeah, they're.
Do the math, somebody.
I mean,
Probably half
I
a
mean,
mil.
that's almost 900,000. Because if you do
Mil.
30, it would be
Spend a mil.
3 times 3 9. 3 times 3 is 90. Add 2 zeros to that, 900. 900,000. That's how I do my math, by the way. So think about it. You do 3.
3 times 3 is 9.
Yeah, 3 times 3. Oh, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 30 is 90. And 3 times 300 is 900 because you add the 2 zeros after you.
Yes.
It's-
900,000.
That's why 30 times 30
Yeah.
would be
So 900,000.
900. I think 900.
And half of them
Would that
don't
be
even
that-
work.
No, they work. They all work, but they can't figure out the programming to get it from point A to point B.
What's
And they've
the
been
point
working.
of having it if you don't fucking understand it. It's like, oh, we'll buy them. We'll figure it out. We'll just fucking wing it.
Just like, that shit looks cool. Let's buy it. It has no tests, but let's buy it.
It's like buying a PC and not knowing how the fuck it works.
It's like buying a bunch of parts for a PC, trying to build it, and putting in the CPU where the fan's supposed to be. It's like you don't fucking understand it. Why do it yourself? Like it doesn't. I don't get it. But you know, it's not that big a deal. My cut hours. I mean, I get Fridays off. I mean, my paychecks do get a little bit lower than it's supposed to be, but it's still manageable easily.
Get another part-time job or something.
No, I don't think I'm going to.
I mean, you've been surviving. You
Yeah.
can get by.
I mean, this was my first week actually like getting like the full cut paycheck, and
Is it good? It's alright.
I mean, not as
You
good
can
as
do with your bills.
Yeah, I can.
What about the new one? The new bill that you might add on.
What?
The new bill that you might add on.
The new building might add on.
The new bill that you.
Oh my God! Stop talking about that.
Come on, get something for pretty lady. Something for your girl. I'm joking, bro.
He's not joking. That's the thing.
I'm not joking.
Oh, what's it called though? Yeah, cut hours. And it's funny because they're like, "Oh, no work is coming in right now." And that's the reason why they're cutting hours right now. But it's like my department specifically
You
is
guys
behind.
lost like your top buyer, right? Your biggest buyer, like you lost John Deere or something, right?
I don't think so. Not that I heard
That's
of.
what Hunter was saying.
I have no idea. But it's like,
That is his profile name.
huh?
This is his profile name.
True. I mean, we just said his first name. We didn't say his last name. No last
This is his profile name though. He's just Hunter. 8307 something like that. Look him up on Xbox. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
That's the title of this podcast.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Pilot episode.
Pilot, not sponsored.
Unofficial.
But what's it called? What was I saying? I'm not sure if we lost a customer or not. If we did, I have no idea. But like I was saying, we, in my department specifically, are 1,300 hours behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's not our fault. Because specifically on my shift, there's supposed to be at least 6-7 machines being ran at the same time. And we only have 4 people. And we got me. Then we got someone who barely knows what they're doing half the time because it seems like she's always in another world. We got an older guy who does know what he's doing.
Comes into work.
Why'd
you apply for it?
Huh? Why didn't I? Because I'm not even.
Should.
I couldn't.
You don't have the experience.
I don't have even. There's this thing. So I'm a worker basically. I'm just a worker right now. And then you go to senior operator once you have the experience and the enough training. Then
That's more than 2 years, I assume.
No, not exactly.
5.
Nope.
You've been there the longest.
No.
Than the new existing crew.
No. Senior operator is when you get a certain amount of training done. Like, you've done this many times, so you can check that off. It's like a list that you're supposed to complete before you become a senior operator. Right. But then it goes senior operator, then lead, then supervisor, then manager, and then manager, and then wherever the
manager of managers, supervisor.
Yeah. The manager, supervisor, something like that. I don't know. It's a whole fucking chain. But
supervisor or a manager, one of them.
The thing is, I would like to become a lead, but I feel like the people that I work with would just piss me off so bad.
Probably, and then you have to deal with upper management.
Yes, I would. And it's like, why didn't this get done, motherfucker? Because I couldn't get that done. What are you talking about?
7 days in this week, it'll get done.
Dog. I mean, like we not recently. It's been like 3 months now. Holy shit. Our lead quit, and we're not hiring. So, before we stopped hiring, I was one of the last groups to get hired in there, and it's almost been a year since I started. Literally next month on the 11th I'll be there for a year. The longest time I've held down a job so far.
December 11th.
Yep. December 11th, I will have been there for
crazy.
a year.
I remember bringing you to that interview.
You brought me to orientation.
Yeah, it was an interview too.
No.
Was it not?
No.
Oh. Your mom brought you to the interview, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed with the supervisor and the manager that was there.
Yeah.
The manager, a big guy.
I work for Budweiser.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
And what do you
all
do?
I'll say is Budweiser. What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
I started out, right, when I first got hired on, I did non-alcoholic beverages. So, like, sparkling ice, not sponsored. Prime, not sponsored.
Oh, God.
Ghost, not sponsored. You know,
Not sponsored.
common energy drinks and sparkling water stuff.
We got to clarify that.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
I'd like to get a sponsorship from Ghost.
That would be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Anyway, I started off stocking that stuff. I did that for a good year, and then that was right when COVID was around too. So like the company wasn't hiring anybody. I was really lucky I got on board. And then the two guys that trained me in eventually went to college. I graduated, and I was like the only NA guy for a good year. I've been with the company for nearly 4 years now.
Damn.
In the past 2 years, I've kind of been going on and off with everything else. So I've been going on the trucks, doing actual beer routes, stocking our product like Budweiser and Golden Light, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Just making
Not
good
sponsored.
displays and stuff. Like I got tons of pictures of displays that we built, and I feel like I'm really good at my job. I would like to be full time though. It would
He's not full time yet.
Not full-time. Only because we are. I don't want to throw a target on my back, but they don't want to make a new position for a full-time NA. That's what I wanted. I mean, or a full-time helper. I could be a full-time helper because I literally do everything except for sales and drive. Truck.
Yeah,
I do everything else.
I feel like they should make me a senior operator because the person that's the acting lead right now, because nobody took the lead position, she's acting lead. She fucking hates it. She doesn't know what she's doing. Like, she literally complained to me. She's been there for almost 3 years, by the way. She's almost been there for 3 years, and I'm better than her at basically everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like...
I've had to train in drivers, too.
And she's a senior operator, too, by the way. It's like, I get that there's a raise that comes with being a senior operator. I think it's like $1.25. But it's like, I'm not even trying to like to be like just like, oh, I'm better. But I am. Like, I'm not even trying to hold myself up on a high horse. I don't like doing that to myself. I try and stay humble with anything I do. But I just am better. And it's fucking crazy. Like, I've been there for almost less than a year.
I'm better.
There are people in my department that's a worker like me, kind of. They're the senior operator. There's a guy that was there for 30 years, and there's a guy there for 10 years. The guy that's worked there for 10 years is in my shift, and the guy that's worked there for 30 is on a different shift. But the guy that's worked there for 30, his normal efficiency, like throughout his entire like year or whatever, is like 120%, which is good. It's very good. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. And the guy that's been there for 10 years, his efficiency is at like 140, which is actually really good because that's the top of the department.
Yeah.
And lately, my efficiency has been getting between 110 and 270. Like, that's what I've been running at on my job specifically, not throughout the entire year. Right now, throughout the entire year, I think my efficiency is at like 110%. But the fact that I've been there for less than a year and I'm already getting those scores, like he's also kind of an acting lead, the guy that's been there for 10 years, he told me, he's like, I go to the bathroom a lot, not because I want to hide, because I literally need to, but he's like, if you didn't have that problem, not necessarily a problem, like a stomach problem he's talking about, he's like, you'd probably be faster than me, because he told me Because there was one time that I got like 370% before.
He fucking watches you get up, go to the bathroom, just starts plugging away his shit. He's like, yes, my opportunity.
It's like, he told me, he's like, you'd probably be faster than I am. And I'm like, that's crazy. I've been there for barely a year. And it's like, it feels a little unfair to me.
You kind of answered your own question. You haven't even been there for a year.
Exactly.
So you've got that, kind of like that first, a fresh employee kind of a groove going on, You don't want to disappoint your employers, so you kind of just plug away at your work to make yourself feel good and your employers see that you're a good worker.
The thing
Until
is,
2-3 years down the road, they don't do anything about it.
yeah, that'll just like, bro, if you don't make me a senior op, I'm fucking leaving.
Or you don't give me a raise, you don't fucking even tell me I'm doing a good job.
The thing is, no, I did get told by a good job
you
from.
get pats on the back.
No, he was like there was a job that needed to be shipped the next morning, and I guess this won't really necessarily sound a lot to you because you don't exactly know what I'm talking about, but it was an 8-hit job. The machine had to hit 8 times on one part.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, I think it was like 350 parts. That's trying to do quick math in my head. Right now it's like I think 1,800 parts, something like 1,800 hits.
Yep.
And a normal amount of hits in a singular day is about 3,200 hits in an 8-hour shift.
Mm-hmm.
That's like pretty normal. Maybe 3,000. Like to get your efficiency at like straight out 100 with a 400 part per hour like system.
Yep.
That's 100. 3,000 hits for the entire day. And it was like an 1,800 hit job. And I got it done within 3 hours. Like, and
energy's a hell of a drug.
Huh?
Energy's a hell of a drug.
Well, no. Okay. The thing with I have ADHD. I think I have ADD. I don't remember.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I was medically fucking diagnosed with it. I'm not one of these people that just like, yeah, I have ADHD. I'm so quirky. No, that's fucking.
I was actually diagnosed with it too.
I was medically diagnosed as it when I was like 4. I started taking drugs for it when I was like 5. Anyways, I don't really have the hyperactive part anymore. It's more like the focusing thing and like the hyperfixation thing. Do you know what that means?
Sure.
Okay, hyperfixation is just like, you see me right now. It's Nier Automata. I have like I watched the anime, then I played the game.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I don't even pull it up because I'm not gonna be
that.
interested.
That is
That's
the
hot.
game Nier Automata. That's the game name in the anime.
Right. That's hot. I don't care, man. People fucking.
I got
Wearing some
like,
fucking-
like I enjoy it.
some thigh highs and shit.
I have a fixation on it.
What you mean by that?
A fixation. I'm very interested in the story in the game.
Okay.
Like I put myself. God damn it.
Okay, no, I get what you mean. You should just stop there.
Anyways, that's what fixation means. But
Fixation.
hyperfixation. Like I get into something very like a lot. A lot. Anyways, not the point. Not the point.
Okay.
Damn it, what was I saying? There's the ADHD part. Oh yeah. So I also have a thing where it's like if it's urgent, I get to it like fast. Like
Yeah.
say like if you said you were coming over,
It's important that you.
like if you said that you were coming over before you were just at my door
Yep.
today.
Most days.
A lot of days, yeah. I would have cleaned up like almost the entire house before you got here. Or at least tried to start.
So every Sunday we're gonna try to do these podcasts every Sunday.
Yes.
Then you'll know to spice up the territory.
Yeah, I'll Yeah, because it's kind of a mess right now.
Sorry. Maybe we should get a different theme of light too when we're doing
a different thing.
Maybe get some like LEDs or something, or different light bulbs even.
I feel like we should have like one of those
light adjustment.
Yeah, maybe.
Color changing light bulbs you can put in there.
I do not want to take that thing off. There's 3 lights.
It's so easy to do.
I know, but I just don't want to.
I'm tall enough.
I just don't want to. Anyways,
get some LEDs. Yeah, we'll get a different color going.
But my point is that they told me that this job needed to go out tomorrow, and I'm like, I could probably do it tomorrow. This is what they said to me. They're like, we know you're not gonna get to all of it today, but this needs to go out tomorrow. And I'm like, you want to fucking bet? That was basically I didn't say that, but I was just like, that was my attitude. I'm like, I could probably get to all of it today. I bet I could. And they're like, okay. And I did it in 3 hours. 3 fucking hours.
Pretty impressive.
And even it was funny because the supervisor in the robotic welding area is just like, I'm gonna get you a candy bar if you do this.
A candy bar.
And you know what? He got me a fucking candy bar.
Candy bar.
He got you a little Snickers, but
a little one.
Yeah, like a little
fun size.
Yeah, a little fun size Snickers. But the thing is, I'm not complaining because I was like, fuck yeah. You know,
a little candy bar.
A little candy bar.
Oh, yeah.
Like I told him, like, I'm like, I didn't actually expect you to get me like I wasn't expecting you to give me a candy bar. He's just like, here you go. I was like, yeah, I told you I would. And I'm like, well, thank you. And then my actual supervisor came up and just like, yeah, I heard you hauled ass on this job. And I'm like, I'm just doing my job. Just like, I'm just trying to get things done. And he's just like, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, I bet I made you look good.
Yeah, you make them look good.
Just like you didn't teach me shit. I'm not trying to be mean, but he's a cool supervisor, but at the same time, when he needs to be, he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, that's almost
like there's one time you picked me up from work and I was just not happy. Do you remember that?
The supervisors meant to be like that.
I know.
Like that, they're good at their job.
Yeah. He's been there for 20 years, which is crazy to me. Like that was recent too. He got it. Like there's a whole wall dedicated to people that's been there for 20 years since like the 1970s. And it's like filled up like a so the wall that goes from the floor to what are you doing?
I'm just fucking around.
There's
bored of this topic.
Are you?
What do you work?
Well, you can explain your work too.
Wrap it up.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I am.
But okay. But from the floor to the ceiling, it's like a standard, like maybe 8-foot roof, 8-foot ceiling from the floor to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And there's 4 pictures going down all the way this way, and about 40 pictures to the right. So there's like 100, if not more. So
they laid off a shit ton of people recently.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't recently. That was like 4 months ago.
It was damn near a year ago.
No. I haven't been worked there for a year yet.
They started doing that like 2 months after you started though, right?
No. They started doing that like when I was there for like half a year. They did that like early summer. But
it's a weird first episode.
It is. Very but it's experimental,
Yeah, getting to know each other, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. What we do, what we work, who we are, how we are.
How are we?
We
are how?
I choose to pass. I choose to pass that question. Next question.
How am I? How are you? How are you?
In what way?
How are you doing right now?
I mean, if you're asking me currently, I'm fine.
How was your emotional state?
I suppose also fine. Just a little stressed, I guess, because of money-wise, but...
Who isn't?
Rich people.
Well, yeah. They used to worry about taxes, but that's only like once a year.
Yeah. They're like,
you're still a millionaire after you taxed away $2 fucking million.
The taxes, they're coming up.
Oh my God.
I only have to pay $40,000, but damn. You know, it's like, what the
Fuck.
fuck?
Oh, they put in 40K. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm still a millionaire. I still own fucking 5 businesses.
They're just like, money up. Fucking just, I'm feeling a little charitable. And throws 10K at somebody.
I'm
It's
not
like
saying
a penny to them.
that the people who are rich haven't earned their way up there. I'm sure they have.
Some of them, in my opinion, some of them earned it. Some of them just inherited
Most are
it.
corrupt. Most are not. You know, yeah, some are inherited too. Small load of $1 million.
Will not talk about Trump on this podcast.
I directed the word. I never directed the name. Cut that part out.
No, that's like one of the only things that I will not talk about on this podcast is
Politics.
politics.
Yeah,
Politics
I agree
is
with you there.
Politics is a no-no. I mean, whether you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, I don't care.
Third party.
Personally, don't care.
Kanye.
If
If you're Kanye.
Yeah, that's right. He did try running for president.
He got quite a lot of votes too.
Did he?
He got
Imagine
more than the third party.
Make Kanye 2006 again.
2000, what was it, 19? The last election was before
No,
2024.
No,
Was
I guess the initial election,
late 2019.
early 2020. No, late 2019. No, you might be right.
No, elections are November. Right? It was like last week.
I don't remember. I don't care. Again, let's not talk about this.
Yep.
Make a lot of people
Is
angry.
election day a holiday? Would you consider it a holiday? Election day.
No.
Would you make it a holiday?
No.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't get the chance to vote because of their hours that they work. Because they close at like 8 o'clock.
Do they? Like in the morning or the afternoon?
Afternoon.
Oh, I was about to say.
8
I mean, the thing is, they're probably open at 8 too. There's
right.
not a lot of people.
I go
like
during
even
work
if you
or even take a 15-minute break or something, you know.
even if you work like 12 hours, you should be able to like go and elect. I mean, they'd probably be too tired to do it, but
Right. Or you can mail it. I don't know if they still do mailing.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of Democrats do mailing.
probably.
I that's what I heard. Dude,
Even if it didn't really matter, I'd probably still mail it in just so I don't have to go in person and deal with all that shit.
you know, it's weird. Have you seen the video of like this guy? He was wearing something political on his like, I think it was a guy that supported Trump, and he went to like the poll office or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? The poll office?
Really, just like
The
it could be a church or like a town hall or something like that.
Well, I mean like the election booth or whatever.
Where you vote? Yes.
Yeah, where you vote. And he got so mad. He's like, "This is my right. I can wear this." Just like, no, you can't. Not in an area like that.
You can wear colors. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, saying you're a Republican or a Democrat.
You can wear like red or blue, but you can't wear like Trump or Biden or something like that.
Yeah, it's just
Or
like
Harris, you know, you can't.
it's like vote for who you're wanting to vote for. I mean, obviously that's why you're there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you wear something like that, it intimidates other people in transition.
Yeah.
Like like
Or
like
it pisses people off.
say I was wearing like a Trump hat, "Make America Great Again" or whatever, and just like this not conservative, like this liberal or Democrat, just like it's just like, you better be
It could
not
start
voting.
fights.
Yeah, it could start
It
fights.
can start
Yeah,
literal fights.
and that's why I don't really want to talk about politics on this podcast, because
You don't want no fucking reviews or
review bombing. It's just like, it just gets aggressive and it's unnecessary.
It does.
Like
You can
I
have
get
one side or the other. Like me personally, I didn't vote because I didn't know either side. I never followed with the debates or anything like that, so I didn't want to vote if I didn't know 100% of either story.
I just didn't vote because I just didn't.
And I also didn't register.
I think they automatically register us now.
They did ask me when, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but they asked me when I went to renew my license. I didn't know if I could vote this year because of unrelated reasons, but That's why I just didn't know. But then I got a letter in the mail saying I can vote. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not.
Yeah, and me personally, I don't know if this is how it works. This is how I think it works. I think the average American vote doesn't actually matter. It's the electoral colleges.
Majority.
Is that how it works? Wait, what?
I think it's like
Oh wait, you know
they
what?
take a percentage, right? They'll take all the votes and make a percentage out of them.
That's a popular vote though.
Isn't that how it was? Popular vote?
No, electoral college vote.
Yeah.
Like the electoral colleges.
How do you decide what the electoral college is? What is electoral college?
It's like people who have like the final say in which to vote. But
So the government.
Okay, you know that now that you say that, I kind of was thinking about this the other day. Maybe the way electoral colleges vote, it's just like you go to a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you go to like an electoral area, and you cast your vote, and maybe they take like votes from like multiple cities because there's not like.
So you're thinking
Like,
like
you know,
like
like-
all of our counties maybe combined, like the majority of our counties.
Maybe, because like there's not like an electoral college vote for every city in a state. That would be a lot of votes. But
Well, there's not that many counties in every state.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they do combine the counties into one electoral college vote, they take all the percentages, just like this
look that
percentages for this one, percentages for this one, and they combine them.
I should look it up.
I don't want to look it up.
How is an electoral college? What is electoral college?
And like the majority vote, just like okay, I guess this is what the people want, so they vote that.
Right.
Maybe that's how it works. I'm not sure.
We're
Nor
not
do I really care.
professionals.
No,
We're not sponsored.
not sponsored by the politics. We are not government. What you looking up, boy?
Electoral votes. Electoral.
You're just gonna get the results of the election.
That's what I've been getting.
Damn, your hair is everywhere. You find anything there? But you finding anything there, boy?
What is definition?
The definition is not gonna tell you shit.
What is the definition of electoral college votes? A body whose task is to elect a candidate to a particular office. It is mostly used in the political context for a constitutional body that appoints the head of state or government, and sometimes the upper parliamentary chamber in democracy. I did not understand a single word.
Me
that
neither.
said.
I'm a little slow. I graduated late.
I'll figure it out in 2 years from now.
Okay, enough about politics.
Yes.
Maybe. It's okay.
It's
not
definitely
gonna-
interesting,
It's
for
an
sure.
interesting topic to say.
We're not gonna get
but it's
too serious about talking.
yeah, just like you voting for that Trump or you voted for that Camilla.
The Camilla virus.
No,
Kamala virus.
no.
I'm sorry,
I've
something
literally
said that.
heard people say her name like that. Like you voting for that Camilla.
The Camila.
That's a Mexican name, Camila.
Is it?
Yeah, I know a girl named Camila. She's not cute.
Okay.
I know you're about to. No, it was funny because you know, like, okay, Luffy from One Piece, right? The guy with the straw hat. That guy right there in the middle.
Sure.
That guy in the middle.
Okay.
So he's a skinny dude.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking skinny.
Uh-huh.
And she wore a One Piece costume to like on Halloween. This girl named Camila.
Oh.
Must have been downstairs.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Anyways, and I was looking at it, I'm like, no. I'm not gonna explain why. I'll show you later why.
Okay. All right.
And I was just like, no.
All right.
I'm like, no. I'm sorry. That does not. No. I mean, I guess I can't really talk, but
Yeah.
I'm not judging. But I'm just saying that didn't work. It don't work. Yeah.
What is One experience that you really loved, but you will never do again.
No, I'm not. I was about to say gay sex as a smart ass. I'm smart ass. I've never done it. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not judging.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm not judging as long as you never do it again. Doesn't make you gay if you only did it once. Does it?
Maybe a
You
little
should
bit.
call it an
It makes you a
experience.
little bit fruity. Maybe a little fruity, but no, I'm kidding. Fuck, that's a good question. I don't.
One experience that you've done, you loved it, but you'll never do it again. Throw it in the chat.
That's a. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of one. Too.
I'm like that's like it's like most things that I have loved I've done multiple times.
It's got to be a sexual encounter for me. One of my sexual encounters. I didn't.
Oh,
I know what you're thinking. I didn't.
I just sniffed the air and I'm like, did the brain just?
No.
No.
Damn. Maybe I'll say that for another episode.
Instead of sexual encounters.
Yeah, sexual encounters.
Flies.
Oh man.
Flies. Sexual encounters.
Yeah.
It's
Both of ours.
He's
Both
like
of ours.
the Quagmire of the group.
Yeah, I am.
Not sponsored.
I'm the Quagmire of the group. Yeah, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
What's it called though?
Excuse me.
Nasty ass fucker. Get away from me. I can't think. I don't know.
One.
I can't think of one.
It could be a drug, a sexual encounter, some talk you had with a stranger.
I was gonna say school, but I did not like school.
High school.
Nope.
My later years in high school.
Nope.
Like 11th and 12th grade were probably my best years. My favorite years, actually.
You know what my favorite time during school was? When it was done. When I was done.
2 years late.
Yeah. Hey, that was for a good reason. That was for a very good reason.
Yeah, you're bouncing around.
I was bouncing around from state to state.
No, but I was fairly famous in my senior year. I guess.
You mean popular?
Yeah, popular, not famous. Popular. Many of the teachers knew you. Many of the students knew you.
Knew me.
Me.
Oh. I was about to say, why the fuck did they know me?
It was mainly because I was dating this girl at the time, and it was at a time where a lot of girls wanted me. But I would say no because I was with somebody, and so I became notorious for saying no. See, that's how it works, man. When you're in a relationship, a lot of people want to be with you, but when you're single, nobody wants to fuck with you.
That's true. Dude, you know how many fucking... I didn't reject that many people, but... you know how many people in Chicago that I rejected? I rejected like 5 people. Well, no, 4.
It's crazy because it's like right when you get into it.
It wasn't right as I got into it, but...
When
it was
decide to be
it was
committed to it.
when I was in when I went to school in Harvey, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very hoodlum school. It was in a very bad neighborhood. You know, people
Shout out to that school.
Shout out to that school.
Yeah. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by that school, but it was a very hoodlum school. It was a very bad school. Well, okay, it wasn't a bad school, but a lot of the kids that were in there thought they were part of the gangs, throwing up gang signs and shit. There's a bunch of theft. There was fights basically every fucking day.
Of course.
Dude, it was not good. Like, there was one time that I saw this kid. I was just at lunch talking with some friends of mine, and I saw this guy come up, and he pulled up his pants and like he was like ready to fight someone, and we're like, oh shit, and then all you hear is like dunk 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 dunk, like somebody getting hit from behind us, and we're like, oh my god, you know that usual school fight, just like oh my god, like that crazy ass like
Oh shit!
get his ass.
Get him!
But the thing is, it was weird. The kid was just sitting there, and maybe they're like, obviously I don't know the full story, but like he was just sitting there, and he just started beating on him. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's funny because a lot of kids that live in like the hood, they don't know how to fight.
It's a lot of things, like a lot of
like they use their wrists, and they throw their punches like this, just at each other, just. Throwing their entire body like flailing.
A lot of like physical fights in schools are because of either relationships or just trying to be the dominant man, the assertive person.
I can see that, but
like
a lot of the
fuck with me kind of a guy,
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of the reason at that school, but a lot of the reason is because of like rival gangs that was inside that school.
I guess for you, yeah.
Yeah, for me.
Gangs in high school.
Wannabes.
There was tables. Like, don't fuck with this table. Don't fuck with this table over here.
It's funny. There was this kid that kept trying to intimidate me, and like. I never really did anything about it because I was like, why the fuck should I be scared of you? Like, you've tried to intimidate me like 10 times and it hasn't worked. Like, I feel like if I really
there
wanted
are kids like that.
Like,
they'll just be like, don't fuck
because I
with me,
accidentally stepped on the back of his shoe accidentally. I'm like, my bad. And like,
they'll just give you like
ever since then, like there was one time that I was walking up the stairs and he made his way from the other side of the stairs to my side of the stairs, and he was just like, what the fuck you gonna do? Get the fuck out of my way. And I just looked at him like, the fuck?
Like, what's up with you?
I looked at him like, I was like, and I just fucking walked away.
Yeah. Some people, it's just like, you don't match their vibe, right? And then they'll get angry.
Yeah, it's funny.
They're like,
just like, what do you want to fight? I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, I
what do you want to fight? And you just walk away.
I do not like fighting. I know how to. I was in boxing for quite a bit, but
I've been punched, but I've never been in an actual fight.
There was that one time,
like fist brawl, I've never been in one of those.
Me neither, but there was one time I got punched. Well, I've been punched quite a couple times, but the other 2 times was in Illinois. And that's because this kid got mad at me because of something his friend said that he told him that I said when I didn't say anything like that. And he punched me for it. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking like he punched me.
You never start fights when you don't know the whole story.
Yeah, that's how most fights start. It's because they don't know how the full story.
Right.
Or they do, and that's just why they're angry. But
right.
It's like
he said, she said.
Okay, the thing is, we've known each other for a while, me and Fly.
Yep.
And we've known each other since 6th grade.
Which has almost been 8 years.
Longer than that.
10? 10?
No, I wouldn't say 10.
We're in our 20s.
We're in our 20s. It's been about 8 years. You might be right about that. No, 9. 9 years. Because 7th grade, 10. I was 13. And then I met my girlfriend.
We've been 10 years graduated. Or 2 years graduated.
Yeah.
Almost 3.
So that would be...
If it was 6th grade, that would be 10 years.
It would be about 9 years. To 8, maybe. It doesn't matter. We've known each other for a while.
Yep. Long time.
And the thing is, me and our friends, I was the strong kid. And the way we played
Big
at
boy.
recess,
You were the heavy man.
I was the big man. Anyways, I still am.
Heavy. You're heavyweight. Okay, don't let that get to your head.
I'm very heavy. Anyways, we used to roughhouse, and it used to be all of them against all of me.
Yep.
Just me against like 5 other people. Yeah, because it was the twins.
Three.
It was the twins, you, and Big Man sometimes.
Ooh, Hunter?
Yeah.
Hunter 632?
And then there's this kid. We're just gonna call him Mad. You know who I'm talking about when I say Mad.
Yep.
We're just gonna call him Mad. And he's just like, "Oh, can I play with you guys?" And we're like, "Sure." Just know we're roughhousing.
It says in his name. Yeah. Nice. Yep.
And we're like, he's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Yeah, sure. Come do this with us." And the first thing he does is like, he's like, "Oh," and he gets behind me and puts me in a chokehold.
So he's getting serious with it.
And so I twist my body and I grab him from the side and I pick him up and I slam him. And he's like, "I thought we were playing, you stupid bitch." And he punches me in the face. And I had no reaction. It's like a kid punching their dad with that dad strength. It's just like it's like a feather, and I'm like, oh, I got fucking like all
the scene with like Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart and Jumanji.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, he punches him in the face, he barely moves.
That's essentially what happened. Like
funny.
It was funny because this was a really scrawny kid versus me. Like I was fucking huge.
But he'd always be angry, but no one ever took him seriously.
And he punched me, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" All I did was get angry, and I pushed him, and I gave him. I think I right hooked him. It was either a left hook. I remember I hooked him which way, but I don't remember which way I did. I think I pushed him and I threw a right hook. This was before I knew how to fight, but. And I'm like, you know what?
You slapped him.
I didn't slap him. I right hooked him in the head, like right here.
Yeah, on the temple.
And he was just like, "Oh," and I'm like, you know what? I got my lick in. I'm gonna go back to playing with my friends.
Right.
I'm like, that interaction's done. Hopefully he'll leave me alone. He didn't leave me alone. And I don't remember what led up to this point, but it led up to the point where you, the twins, and somebody else, they all dogpiled me, trying to keep me down on the ground.
Yep, we all tried to dogpile us.
Yep, try to keep me down on the ground so I could like lose the game or whatever. And this motherfucker comes and hits me. Well, kicks me. He kicks me in the head. Like, and he
the
kicks
back of
me.
the head, right?
I think the side.
Oh, okay.
And
And
then and I got up and I'm like, whoa, because who wouldn't fucking get dazed a little bit from being kicked in the fucking head? And this motherfucker fucking broke his ankle on my head. He broke his ankle on my head.
That was pretty crazy.
Like the next thing we know, he's in a wheelchair. That very same day. And we're like, I remember, I think it was, I don't remember if it was you that just like, did you put him in a wheelchair? And I'm like, is he in a wheelchair? I punched him once, and it was in the head.
Well, I saw him in a wheelchair, so I thought
that I beat the shit out of him?
I don't know. I thought like you broke his leg or something.
No, I punched him once in the head. And that's what confused me so bad. I'm like, I didn't do anything to this kid. Like, that shouldn't have, like, hurt him like that.
Fucking overreacting, little bitch ass. He's still, to this day, probably a little fuckhead.
Probably. But anyways. Or maybe not.
Maybe not. You could have turned a new leaf.
Maybe.
I know a lot of people who were really satanic and, like, that shit back in high school, and now they're just making a living like everybody else.
Yeah.
Going by.
Yeah, it's definitely a transition from being a teenager to an adult.
You graduate, and it's like, we're all just trying to get by in life.
Yep.
We're all just trying to make money and survive.
That's exactly how it is, too.
Yeah.
And it's like, but the next thing I knew.
Just like any other guy.
The next thing I knew after that. Like, it was the next part of recess. Or the next day. I don't remember what happened. But fucking 20 guys, 20 people walked up to me. I didn't end up in a fight. But there's this, like, the leader of, like, this group.
You're talking about, like, Johnny?
No.
This is his code name.
Fitch.
Fitch.
That's the last name. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't even know what you're talking
The same name with the other twin that's in the military.
about. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I know what you're talking about.
Trying not to give out any names.
Yep.
And he's the one that really tried to find me, just like, oh, you put this kid in a wheelchair. I'm like, how the fuck did I do
What
that?
little fucker too. He was a lot like Mad.
Huh?
He was a lot like Mad, but I feel like he was more serious about what he said.
Yeah. And I don't get, like, just like, we're in 6th grade. Why the fuck you want to fight?
Right.
Like
Focus on your grades. Damn.
Like, just like, oh, I'm part of this squad. They called it a squad.
Squad. Squad. We'll fuck your shit up.
And it's like, leave me the fuck alone, you degenerate.
Yeah.
Like, I was just trying to focus on school. I'm glad that it was like near the end of the year, so I didn't have to deal with them.
I barely made it through middle school. My grades were ass. I'm surprised that I got
moved.
through it.
I moved in the middle of the middle school. After 6th grade, I moved to Chicago, and then came back in the middle of 10th grade.
Brad, he had to take like special classes. He basically cheated his way. Not cheated, but was gifted his way throughout school. He graduated. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Brad never had an English class.
Are you talking about the person that we know?
Yeah.
Oh, T-Bell?
No.
No?
Brad. He's
We're just
the one that
naming
we
off
had
somebody
big
work.
conflict with.
Huh?
The one that we've been having a lot of conflict with because of his girl.
Oh,
Brad.
okay.
His username. His username is Brad.
No, it's not.
It is.
Knights Gaming.
It used to be Brad.
Well, we'll just call him Knights Gaming.
All right, Knights.
Okay, yeah. I forgot that. I keep forgetting his last name.
Nice.
You could have said post office and I would have gotten what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's a whole situation that's
Yeah.
for another date.
Well, Larry was homeschooled.
Yeah. Larry.
I'd call her that still. Like, I call her that shit to her face.
Fucking Larry.
No,
God, that was a
thank
whole
God.
fucking shitty situation.
That'll be something for another podcast with probably a guest.
Probably the guest, if he would be willing to talk about it.
We'll see.
Maybe. Probably not. Don't look forward to it.
We can add some people in that will give their own stories.
But the thing is, we don't want to call out anybody.
Yeah. We started to come up with more names.
Come
Get
up
more
with-
mics.
Yeah, we got 2 of these mics, and it was kind of expensive, but...
It wasn't too bad.
Well, it wasn't too bad, but it was still expensive because I just bought a fucking
They're
tree.
worth it. They
I
come
bought
off
a-
like you can have this little ball. You can have the stand. Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of this podcast, we took off the stands and holding it
Yeah.
like a ball now. Honestly, I really liked just it being a ball.
I like it too.
It's fun.
Kinda-
Kind of gay. But what's it called though? Yeah, I mean, okay, look, I had an IP too. It's because I had ADHD. An IP is like a plan to get you through school, like a plan to help you learn.
Yeah.
And I had an IP because I just couldn't focus that well because of my ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I feel like I'm pretty smart for.
I had one kind of like special ed class,
Mhm.
and that was just for math. It was only because math was my first class every morning.
Yeah.
You can come to school 8 o'clock in the morning and do fucking math. Like multiplication, division. It wasn't even that. It was more of like square roots and shit like that. You know.
At a certain point, I feel like you should be able to choose your subjects.
I also had a really bad math teacher. It'd be the beginning of the year, first class, and she'd hand out these assignments. Be like, here, do what you know.
What the?
Do what you know.
I think you have the mic upside down.
And then she'd have like a lecture next week.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pointed this way.
Doesn't matter how you have it. I mean, it's still
I guess.
catching it. Probably talk from the back and still work.
No, probably. I don't think so because we scratch the back of any bear, you can hear it. But then you
Yeah.
scratch the top, you can hear it a lot more. But anyways,
This was nice.
yeah.
It's a good podcast.
First episode.
First episode.
Probably wrap it up.
Well, we'll dip into it a little more, review it next week, and
Yeah, we'll try and come up with an actual topic to talk about,
yeah,
and maybe have somebody else in it with us.
yeah. Get to
But-
know them, their job.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Or what they've done. You know,
Yeah.
we're young, so we don't have much experience, but we have experience, I suppose.
We have some stories.
We got some
got
stories. We do got some stories.
Yeah,
We got a lot.
we got a lot.
You know, 20 years tell us childhood stories and shit. Especially my time in Chicago. Oh,
8 to 10 years of friendship.
yeah. It's crazy. I've known
That's
all of
some-
you longer than I've known Ellie.
Me and Hunter, 6'2", we've known each other for like 12 years, maybe even more. I met him in like 2nd grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
hmm He was my first friend I think I ever had. It was on a bus. I met him on the bus.
Damn. Well, that will be a story for another day because our time is up. We've been doing this for an hour and 6 minutes.
It was fun.
It was
It
fun.
was nice.
Yeah, this is I before this podcast I was extremely nervous because I haven't done something like this in like forever. Stream, making videos, anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be the Silent and Fly podcast plus guests. You know, I'm not gonna put the plus guests, but
Amigo.
maybe like this could be personally ours, and if it's gonna be guests, it's gonna
Yeah.
be on the Silent Amigos podcast.
Yeah, I like that.
Because we did do that first, and that was with Brandon and Ellie.
Yes. And was anybody else there?
No,
Alex?
no, it was you, me, Brandon, and Ellie. That was the first episode was in my old house.
Yeah.
It was in my mom's house. Now I'm in my own
It
house.
was a fairly small room though, so it kind of worked out. You know,
I
you
mean,
don't
this
need
was-
that much to like get in the picture, and
Yeah,
everyone was,
but
was able to get on online microphone.
the thing is, we can only have 4 people max.
In this room though,
Yes, in this room, unless I get like
I have like
a
1 or 2 standing.
unless I get a camera that has a higher FOV.
Yeah,
Because this one's like it's decent,
or
but
even
it's a
just
streaming.
better place to put it. Maybe in like the corner if you can get like a strip back there or something, like a
Maybe,
hanger.
but let's end it here.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. The first episode. We're just experimenting here. We don't know how this is all gonna turn out. We might do something completely different next week. Maybe.
See how our weeks go.
Yeah. Come up with and like we usually always have stories in between weeks that like
Yep,
because we only usually hang out like once a week, like on the weekends and shit.
you're right.
So we might have stories that we can just like, dude, you won't believe what happened today.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we shouldn't say anything like to each other. We wait for the podcast so we have genuine reactions and
right.
stuff. I think it's gonna be fun.
It'll work out.
It will. I believe
It'll be really fun. Yeah.
even if nobody fucking watches it, we can look back on these and fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably listen to my own podcast, honestly.
Yeah, I would listen to it on my own time. I'll listen to it when I'm at work.
Yeah, no,
I just pop a headphone and yeah.
just like fucking laughing like
Listen to
some
what we
stupid shit.
said. Yeah.
Anyways, this was the Silent and Fly podcast. I'm Silent,
I'm Fly.
and good night or good morning or whenever you're watching this.
Right. See you, folks.
See ya.